Hey guys, welcome back to Tamara Recipes. So let's make some delicious curry chicken with white rice. So in the pot I added some oil. To that I'm adding some curry powder. Now I'm using the Better Pack curry. You can use any curry powder of your choice. I also added a few pieces of ginger. Now I sometimes add some turmeric, but today I didn't add any turmeric to this, but if you like you could always do so. I have my seasoned chicken. I use the seasonings of my choice. I also added some fresh seasoning, so I'm gonna go ahead now and add them to a pot. Alright, to the pot. Now in Jamaica we say we burn the curry, but not necessarily burn the curry. We just saute the curry to get out all of its flavor before we add the chicken. Alright, or anything you like to curry. Now I added all of my seasoning and everything with the chicken, so I'm gonna give them a nice little mix. But I like to sear my curry, my chicken in the curry, let them have that fry texture to it before I cook down the chicken. Alright, so I'm gonna show you step by step how I do it, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. Alright, so just give it a nice mix, ensure you coat everything nicely in the curry, and we're gonna move on to our rice. I'm using jasmine rice, so jasmine rice don't take long for steam, so I added some butter with some water. Alright, now the chicken has sprung some juices of its own, so I'm gonna let it saute and do its thing until I'm ready to move on to the next step. Alright, so at this point when the liquid almost dry out, or the water, I'm gonna give the rice a mix. Alright, so this rice has a lot of moisture, and with all of that butter it do add more moisture. Alright, so we're just going to cover the pot on a very low flame. We're gonna steam the rice, and trust me guys, you don't need no more water because jasmine rice cook very easily. So just give it a nice mix now and again. Just ensure that all that flavor is being soaked into that juicy chicken. Alright, now the container that I used to season the chicken, I added a few pieces of Irish and some scallion, and I love to add my thyme to my curry chicken. Alright, you don't necessarily have to add it. Now guys, I allowed all of that liquid to dry out because, as I said, I'm gonna kind of fry my chicken in the curry. Alright, curry oil. So now I'm going to add my water. Alright, you don't want to rinse it, alright, because seasoning is still in the bowl. So give it a nice mix, and then I'm gonna add some more seasoning. So I'm gonna add more potatoes. I was gonna add all of them at once, but then I didn't bother. Alright, so now I'm adding more potatoes, some carrot because I love carrot in my curry chicken, and I'm adding some onions. Alright, now you add any fresh seasoning of your choice, and I did add some pimento seeds because for me curry chicken nice with the pimento seeds, or anything I cook, I love adding a pimento seed. Alright, so you're gonna let it come up to a boil, and then you want to flavor it as you go along. So when it comes up to a boil, you'll taste it, and if it needs more seasoning, go ahead and add your seasoning. Alright, so I'm adding some Goya seasoning, so you can add any seasoning of your choice. But if you're using the Goya seasoning, guys, don't add no salt when you're seasoning your chicken because it can be very salty. I'm adding a little black pepper, guys, and I'm gonna add my hot pepper as well. And if you like to add any garlic powder, anything, but I like to keep my curry chicken with less powder seasoning. Alright, so I use most of the fresh seasoning to give it that nice fresh taste. Now this is not a detailed video of how I prepare my steamed rice, but as you can see guys, the rice is fully steamed. Now I'm gonna fluff it up a bit, and as you can see guys, it's fully steamed, and it's just the way I like it. I don't like my rice to be soft. I like a shelly white rice. Alright, so if you don't want to use a white rice, go ahead and use parboiled rice or a brown rice. You can even cook it some dumplings and anything you like. Alright, so at this point our curry chicken is going down nicely. If you like to remove more of that liquid, then you can, but because I'm preparing a lot of rice, well, not really a lot of rice, but some people love more gravy than some, so I'm gonna put out the flame at this point, you know, and as it cools, because of that Irish, it's gonna be thicker. So I'm gonna fry some plantains because I do love my ripe plantains. Alright guys,